The village cast in Caesar's shadow. Gaius Julius Caesar was not only renowned for his military brilliance, but also for his profound dedication to the people. His leadership during the Gallic Wars not only expanded the borders of the empire, but also touched the lives of those who lived under his rule. Our story begins on a day when Caesar's army seized a small village. The villagers, fearing the arrival of the Roman army, were in a state of anxiety. However, a young boy in the village named Marcellus was filled not with fear but with curiosity. This boy formed a friendship with a soldier in Caesar's army, a man named Marcellus. Marcellus was not only impressed by the might of the Roman army, but also by Caesar's leadership. His strategic thinking, military brilliance, and genuine interest in the common people left an indelible mark on Marcellus. Caesar, upon meeting the villagers, not only celebrated his military victories, but also shared his vision of political reforms with them. The eyes of Marcellus were open to how Caesar shaped the power dynamics, not only through military conquests, but also through his political acumen. The story revolves around a day in the life of Marcellus as he witnesses the impact of Caesar's leadership on the small village. Marcellus forms a deep bond not just with the military might of Rome, but with the man leading the charge. The political reforms enacted by Caesar bring about positive changes in the village, lightening the tax burdens, encouraging civic participation, and improving the living conditions of the villagers. It becomes a symbol of the friendship forged between a Roman soldier and a village boy. However, these ambitious reforms did not sit well with everyone. Traditional power dynamics in Rome were shifting, causing discomfort among the political elite. It is at this juncture that the story takes a turn, foreshadowing the tensions that would later define Caesar's leadership. A shadow falling from the sky. Caesar, upon returning from Gaul to Rome, became aware of the rapidly spreading political intrigues. Even among former allies, hostility toward him had grown. However, bolstered by the support of the people, Caesar continued to act as a powerful leader. Marcellus continued to stand by Caesar as they faced challenging tasks upon reaching Rome. Political intrigues, lies, and betrayal marked this period as the empire stood on the brink of civil war. Caesar, navigating through the challenges presented by opposition within the Senate, continued his political maneuvers. Marcellus, standing beside Caesar, joined forces with a group of young idealists striving to reshape the power dynamics of Rome. However, these young idealists, committed to bringing about change, found themselves against a formidable opposition determined to preserve the old order of Rome. Caesar's leadership skills and popularity among the people influenced many, yet it also fueled animosity. The Senate accused Caesar of declaring himself emperor, pushing Rome closer to an unavoidable internal conflict. In the midst of political intrigues, Marcellus and the young idealists faced the harsh realities of their convictions. Caesar's powerful armies clashed on the streets of Rome, turning the city into a battleground. Eventually, Caesar emerged victorious in the northern borders of Rome, but this victory came at a great cost. Marcellus and the other young idealists confronted the bitter truths of war. The once admired leader had sacrificed much for the sake of changing Rome. The star in Rome's sky. Upon returning to Rome, Caesar found himself entangled in political turmoil. Former allies had turned into adversaries, and the Senate accused him of disrupting the traditional power balance. Marcellus, continuing to stand by Caesar, faced the challenges awaiting them in the capital. Political intrigues escalated, and lies and betrayal became commonplace. Caesar, with the support of the people, continued to navigate the treacherous political landscape. Marcellus, along with other young idealists, gathered to support Caesar's vision of change. However, their commitment came at a great cost. Caesar's leadership and popularity drew the ire of many, sparking tensions that eventually led to civil war. Marcellus and his fellow idealists, in the midst of the political storm, witnessed the clash of powerful forces in the heart of Rome. In the end, Caesar emerged victorious in the northern territories, but the triumph was bittersweet. The young idealists, including Marcellus, grappled with the harsh realities of their convictions. The admired leader had sacrificed much to reshape the destiny of Rome. The dusty streets of Rome bore witness to Caesar's triumph and the desire for change. However, this lesson came with a heavy price, leaving some in tragedy and others with a flicker of hope. Marcellus, having felt the winds of change brought by Caesar's leadership, became a witness to the profound impact on the future of the Roman Empire. The echoes of change. As the dust settled on the streets of Rome after the tumultuous conflict, Caesar emerged as the undisputed leader. The political landscape of the empire had transformed, but the scars of war lingered. Marcellus, having stood by Caesar through the upheavals, found himself grappling with the aftermath of the civil war. Rome was a city changed, and its people were divided between those embracing the new order and those clinging to the remnants of the old. Caesar, now at the pinnacle of power, faced the daunting task of rebuilding a fractured Rome. His vision of a more just and inclusive empire required not only political maneuvering, but also reconciliation among the diverse factions within the city. Marcellus, having witnessed the sacrifices made for this change, now played a crucial role in the reconstruction efforts. The young idealists who had stood with Caesar faced the challenges of rebuilding a war-torn city and mending the wounds of a divided society. The echoes of change reverberated not only in the political structures, but also in the hearts of the people. Marcellus, once a village boy filled with curiosity, had now become an integral part of shaping the destiny of Rome. As Caesar worked to implement reforms that would stand the test of time, Marcellus and his comrades faced internal conflicts. The ideals they had fought for were now being tested in the complexities of governance and the realities of a post-war society. The story unfolds against the backdrop of a Rome struggling to find its new identity. Marcellus, torn between loyalty to his ideals and the pragmatic challenges of governance, navigated the intricate web of politics. In the corridors of power, whispers of dissent and plots of betrayal threatened the fragile stability. The once unified group of idealists found themselves at odds over the direction Rome should take. The final chapter of this tale explores the complexities of post-war reconstruction, the delicate balance between idealism and pragmatism, and the enduring legacy of Gaius Julius Caesar. As the sun set on the Roman Empire, the shadows of change and the echoes of a tumultuous era left an indelible mark on the pages of history. Legacy of a Colossus. With the passage of time, Rome under Caesar's rule underwent a profound transformation. The once divided city now stood as a testament to the resilience of a people and the vision of a leader. As the city's wounds slowly healed, the legacy of Gaius Julius Caesar became a topic of reflection and debate. Marcellus, now a seasoned statesman, found himself deeply involved in the ongoing governance of Rome. The challenges of the post-war era were immense, and the weight of leadership rested on the shoulders of those who had once stood alongside Caesar. The reforms implemented by Caesar aimed at creating a more inclusive and just society faced resistance from traditionalists and skeptics. Marcellus, torn between the idealistic visions of his youth and the pragmatic demands of governance, navigated the intricate political landscape. The empire flourished under Caesar's rule, but the shadows of dissent persisted. The Senate, ever watchful for signs of autocracy, closely monitored the developments. Marcellus and his comrades, once united in their support for change, now found themselves grappling with the complexities of governance. As Caesar's policies continued to shape the empire, questions arose about the sustainability of the new order. The ideals that had once inspired a revolution were now subjected to the realities of administration. Marcellus, reflecting on the journey from a village boy to a key figure in the imperial court, questioned the balance between ambition and responsibility. Rumors of conspiracies and whispers of discontent filled the air. The legacy of Caesar, while admired by many, also fueled resentment among those who feared the concentration of power. Marcellus, loyal to the vision of change, faced the dilemma of defending the legacy, while addressing the concerns of those wary of unchecked authority. The final chapter of this saga delves into the complexities of governance, the endurance of ideals in the face of practical challenges, and the enduring impact of a colossus on the course of history. As Rome stood at the crossroads, the decisions made in the corridors of power would determine whether the legacy of Gaius Julius Caesar would be remembered as a beacon of progress or a precursor to further upheaval.